All right, so Dr. Umar, as y'all know, he be going in. He's one of my favorite people, I would have to say. I appreciate that, brother. Do I agree with everything that he says? No. But was he a catalyst to waking me up to where I am today? Yes. Um, so, I just want to say, I do appreciate that, brother. Now, I happen to agree with him on this. And that's because of my stance and my belief on who I am and who is my enemy. You know what I'm saying? So let's hear what he had to say about it real quick. This was best that I could get. So let's just listen to it real quick.
White male and the privileges of being in.
Dr. Umar went on the Joe Budden pod and said that Eminem can't be the best rapper of all time because he's not black.
That's your question. You don't think Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time?
According to who?
You, rap fans.
Let me say something to you. And this.
Now, he said, according to who? Now, I want to say this brought to me by Beat Grade, but he said, according to who? Now, that's an important question because it is not saying that this is how everyone feels. This is according to Dr. Umar. Okay? And let's listen to what it's important to hear what he says, how he responds, because we're going to listen to how other people rebutted and see if it makes any sense.
This is going to my African fundamentalism. No non-African can ever be the best of anything African. It is an insult to the ancestors, it is an insult to the race, and it is an insult to every black person. Do you think I can go to Palestine and be the best anything of Palestinian culture? You never see that. You think I can go to Israel and be the best of anything in Israel, whether it be a cook, an instrumentalist, a dancer? Hell no.
Umar does.
Now, that's the best I can find. I was trying to find this damn clip for forever. I couldn't find it, but what he's saying is that we got to just have principles, period. It does not matter if mathematically, rhythmically, I don't know if I'm saying that right, cadence wise, it does not matter if he can outdo anyone. Just to stand on the side of my people that had to make up hip hop from oppression, never gonna say he's the best. Never. Just to stand on the principles of it, I'm not gonna say him. I don't give a damn if he can rap faster than anybody. If he come up with similitudes better than anybody, he's not going to be on my GOAT. You know what GOAT is? Is the greatest of all time. He's not going to be on my greatest list of all time because of the struggle that we had to go for him to even have an opportunity to even be able to even come on a platform or on an album, make an album, or meet a Dre and put it down his words on wax. If it wasn't for the struggles and the hardship and the pain, they took the instruments out of the schools of the so-called blacks. They took the instruments out and said, them niggas don't need it. They don't need no instruments. They too dumb anyway. So what we did, you know what? We don't need no damn instrument. We gonna make up our own damn instrument. And we would beatbox. And then we would rap to that. And then we telling the stories of our struggles. Slim Shady, please stand up. I don't give a damn about that. Now, to be fair, he probably sold more albums than anybody, but I don't care. I'm just not going to say him. I'm going to stand with my people. Now, if white people want to put a greatest of all time, because they asked Dr. Umar, they didn't ask Joe Bob. They didn't ask little Billy what his favorite. They asked Dr. Umar. He said, according to who? Now, I like the Marshall Mathers album. I'm not saying that Eminem can't rap or he's not a good hip hop artist, but greatest of all time, not gonna happen. Now, if you want to say greatest is just selling records, then okay. I mean, maybe he could be your GOAT. But I mean, it's what you do with the art that actually states how great you are. And I mean, if you want to really bring it down to what they did with the art, I mean, Jay-Z could definitely be a GOAT. He's a billionaire now. He's been able to get into doors. Now, he might be having to do other stuff to get into these doors, but that's neither here nor there. He's able to get into these doors and make movies, influence as far as getting people out of jail. He made $1 billion. He had his own, what do you call that? Music company. I forget the name of that thing, but it was like an online upload your music or whatever. Put that in the comments. What his he had like a Spotify type of company or whatever. Put that in the comments. What the name of that was, but I mean, he's done a lot with his art. You know what I'm saying? Tupac. I mean, if you want to say the greatest, who had the greatest impact on society as far as hip hop go, it's gonna be hands down. It's gonna be Tupac. It's not gonna be Eminem, bro. It's just not. I mean, even if I'm being stubborn. So what? But even if I didn't want to be stubborn, there's other criteria that would not make Eminem the GOAT. Tupac has monuments all over the world. Everyone knows Tupac all over the world. He inspires the oppressed. Eminem don't do that, bro. He just don't. With what Tupac did with his records, no one has been able to do. Not Biggie, not Jay-Z, and definitely not Eminem. You understand? You can use Kanye West. I mean, there's just other people. Drake. There's other people that you could put in the GOAT. It's not going to be Eminem. Now, if you asking me, if you asking Johnny, he might say that Eminem is the greatest of all time. But if you asking me, that ain't what I'm doing. And that's what Dr. Umar is saying. And I don't mean to keep ranting, but he's saying have some pride in yourself and your own people and vote for them. Now let's see what Matt Hoffa had to say real quick.
Well, we have a lot to talk about today, but first we got to start off with Dr. Umar Johnson saying that Eminem can never be a GOAT because he's not black.
Mm-hmm.
Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Explain.
Did black people invent basketball?
No.
Okay, cool.
Phew. Did black people invent golf?
No, Tiger Woods. And you know, when he said that, that's the first person I thought about. Tiger, I was like, well, there's Tiger Woods, and nobody seems to have a problem with his status. So why would we? Dr. Umar, respect him. I just think that sometimes, his beliefs are his beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
And, I might believe that, the moon is really made of mayonnaise, but I shouldn't go around telling everybody that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I should just keep it to myself.
So that's what he had to say. Now, let me say this. where Dr. Umar is coming from and where Mav Hoffa coming from, two different places. Dr. Umar coming from, choose your people first. Why out of all the people that's in hip hop, you gonna choose Eminem? That just, I mean, to be honest with you, past 2002, Eminem no one cares. No one cares, bro. Once he got off the drugs, no one cares. Okay? I mean, yeah, white folks make up the majority of sales on any hip-hop album, but that was only white folks buying them albums, all right? No one was buying no Eminem albums after 2002. I mean, I'm just gonna be real, bro. He is not the GOAT. All right, so let's see what this is Art of Dialogue. Go check out the interview. I like this brother as well. But let's see what D1 had to say. D1, right? That's what his name is. Yeah, D1. I don't know who he is, but I saw the video also saying the same thing. Check it out.
The root of what Dr. Umar was trying to talk about was saying, yo, if you didn't create something, if your people didn't create something, then your people can't come along and be the best of this if you did.
He was not saying that. He was not saying that. He's saying that out of all the people you could pick, I'm going to pick me and we should pick us. This is something that's just, it should be a default. It just out of pride, out of a sense of pride, you should pick your own people. It's that simple. He's not saying that just because they didn't create it, don't mean he could be the best. No, he ain't saying that. He's saying that even if I went to Palestine right now and I was the best, I don't know, I was the richest oil digger or whatever in the whole country, they would never mention me. If I was the best chef, I cooked their food better than anything, they would never mention me as the greatest of all time. And they ain't supposed to, because it's their country. It's their culture. And we like to say that the hip-hop is black people culture. Then why would the white man be at the top of it? That's what I'm saying. That's what Umar Johnson is saying. Why would the white man be at the top of my so-called culture? That's ridiculous. It's like saying putting Bill Clinton in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. He get an NAACP award. Bill Clinton should not be getting no NAACP award. What the hell are you talking about? Our people, we bugged out, bro. We bugged out. I don't give a damn how good another nation is. When he comes in our culture, he's not to be named the best of all time.
Didn't create it. I think that's the root of what he was saying.
No.
Yep. In terms of,
and that's why these brothers that be thinking that they woke and they so enlightened and stuff, they don't know what the hell going on. They don't know what the hell going on. And for him to say that and not to speak on it and not have to understand it means that he don't really got that much understanding.
In terms of basketball, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, these names get brought up when we talk about the GOATs, but a white man.
Steph Curry don't come up when you talk about the GOATs. That's not what happens. You get Michael Jordan and you get LeBron James. You might get Kobe Bryant as like a honorable mention, but really that's not even something that we can even really debate. Kobe Bryant's a great player, the greatest of all time. He's not. I mean, if you're imitating move for move someone else, and you're not making it no better, then you're not. No way you could be the greatest. You know, Kobe Bryant, and y'all might get mad. Kobe Bryant is not even the best Laker or greatest Laker. So how can he be the greatest of all time if he's not even the greatest Laker of all time? So, I mean, that's just, you know, the logic in that is flawed. But anyway.
And created basketball. Drop the mic right there.
No, drop the mic. Pick the mic. Matter of fact, turn your mic off. That's what they need to do. Turn your mic off. And no offense to this brother. But, and, you know, I'm not even defending Umar Johnson. I'm explaining his stance. That for some reason, the so-called black man just can't seem to get it. Well, what about basketball? Well, what about golf? Well, what about football? Well, what about this? Brother, that's not what he's saying. Stand on your culture. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous to be naming someone outside of your culture the greatest of your so-called culture. That's what y'all say. Y'all say hip-hop is black people culture. It's not a culture, but that's what you say. So if you're going to say it, then you got to name a black person at the top. That just it's common sense. It's just a sense of pride. Period. If I go over to Ireland, they're never going to say that I was the best bagpipe blower. They're not going to say that. They're going to maybe mention me, but they're going to have their Mount Rushmore already. And they're definitely going to have their greatest of all time. And I'm not going to be it. And I'm not supposed to be. Now, whatever so-called black people do, we're going to do it better than everybody on the planet. I mean, that's just a given. Blacks and Hispanics, we do everything better than everybody else. We are the salt of the earth, what the Lord said. So, that's just expected. But I'm not expecting for them to tell me, oh, he's the greatest of all time. Nah, man. That's just buffoonery. That's stupidity. And for them to think that, oh, just drop the mic, that's just ridiculous, bro. You're not as conscious as you like to think. You still got some growing to do, brother. So, and like I said, I'm not defending Umar Johnson. I just happen to agree and understand where you're coming from. So since y'all don't get it, let me explain it to you. And I feel like I did. So, I hope everyone learned something from that. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. All right? So, if y'all disagree, y'all think if I didn't get it, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let's talk about it there. All right. Peace.